What is no? I can understand
After a long time.
Extremely sorry about the lift is not functioning. We had to walk everybody up here. That was a challenging task. Lift actually went off half an hour before. So they are already attending to the repair and probably we might have it to go down. Let's see. But we were determined that thank you for all the delegates. I'm so sorry. I'm apologizing on behalf of National Chamber for this difficulty. Okay, we will start. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very brief session. There are a lot of interested business leaders here seated to meet you. We understand that two ambassador designates are already out of the country. They have already left for their positions, and two are not attending for the moment. Hopefully, they are getting connected online. So we are mixing it up. You can see if somebody is getting connected online. So they are in the meeting also. So if they get connected, we are happy to basically accommodate them online. Ladies and gentlemen, as per the agenda, I would like to invite Ms. Nandika Buddhibala, President of the National Chamber of Commerce, for opening remarks.
Thank you very much for that. In the interest of time, I'm not going to have the kind of long preparation aside. Our expectation here is all excellencies before they depart, maybe have some sort of interaction with the business community, where they can focus once they go over there. The specific requirements where the business community is having. We have been doing these kind of exercises quite for a while, and the objective of these kind of exercises is to finally, end of the day, to get connected the business people, proponents from here with those respective countries. First of all, I think I need to apologize what really happened. The list is not functioning. Yeah, pretty much used to these kind of situations, and we have gone through very hard time as well during the COVID time also. I can still recall when I met up with His Excellency Amir when he was the Minister of Oman. Then during the COVID time, we were able to get out about maybe 15, 18 business delegation even during the COVID time. So there are so many stories during the last 2 years we have been doing in this particular area. Finally, the most important element is going to be one element is going to be our export-oriented business together. The second thing is business collaboration, where our factor productivity needs to get improved and we need to be competitive. So for us to be competitive, we always on having some kind of joint ventures, having some kind of interactions with other countries. So with that basic objective in our mind, we are having these kind of different events right throughout. I would like to warmly welcome Excellencies, Ms. Manisha Second Ambassador designated to France, Excellency Ms. T.R.K. Lindis, Ambassador Designate to Bahrain. Excellency Sai Humanities, Ambassador Designate to Vietnam. Ms. Varuni Kumar, Ambassador Designate to Germany. Excellency Kapila Yagira, Ambassador Designate to Finland. Excellency N. Bandara, Ambassador Designate to Israel. Excellency KKP Kumar Siri, Ambassador Designate to Ethiopia. Excellency Dr. C.H. Palpaheva, Ambassador Designate to Philippines. Excellency Priyanka Vijay Ambassador Designate to Iran. And Excellency Tiprangadi Vagiswara, High Commissioner Designate to Australia. Excellency Udaya Indraratna, Ambassador Designate to United States. Excellency Admiral Professor Janaka Palpage, Ambassador Designate to Indonesia. Already two excellencies, Ambassador Designate to Switzerland and Ambassador Designate to Kuwait. At the moment, they are going up to those designations. I would like to welcome Ami Rajwar, former Minister, former Sri Lankan Overseas Administration, and other designates who are here. So I think we are again going back to our objective of having initial interactions. I would like to open the forum for us to have that amount of deliberations within the time, because I don't think that we have that much time. I know all the exercises are extremely busy to run their destinations as well. So rather than my taking deliberation on so many aspects, keeping in mind that the most important element is business entrepreneurs of Sri Lanka being connected to all these destinations. We have had so many interactions, as well as we have some other interactions with the foreign ministry also, where we feel that this particular communication and this particular platform should be built up and enhanced for us to get out of the calamity we are in. The most important one is going to be export orientation as well as our export competitiveness. Where we can achieve it through improving factor productivity. For us to improve the factor productivity, we need to get into technology and new initiatives, new innovations, as well as some kind of collaborations with other countries. So keeping that in mind, and so intro maybe the innovation, allowing much more time for the audience to have interaction with the experts. Thank you.
Your Excellencies and business leaders, we will make a small presentation. This is for the benefit of the ambassadors and the High Commissioners going on. This will basically highlight what we do as National Chamber very briefly. I will not go through the vision and mission, and we will briefly touch on history of Chamber, major activities, standing committees, and bilateral activities that we have done recently. Very briefly, founded in 1948, parallel to independence, already 74 years in operation, serving the nation, and we have almost 740 member companies, corporates, and over 1,500 SMEs with us scattered throughout the island. And we provide trade information to members through our news bulletins and through circulars also. And at the same time, we are conducting, it's very familiar for you, these two words, Ayurveda Expo and Arogya. Those are two exhibitions we conduct annually, alternatively. So this is to promote this sector heavily in the country. We have been doing it until COVID time, and we had to slow down due to the present situation on these aspects, but we are still planning to conduct these international exhibitions in Canada. And to improve competitiveness among the businesses. You have heard of National Business Excellence Awards. That is the flagship project and the product of National Chamber for Excellence Benchmarking. And we do exchange business delegations from overseas countries and creating awareness about government policies. This is a key activity of National Chamber. Whatever the information flowing through from out of the country, like missions like your information from those foreign missions, Sri Lankan Missions station outside. All information is very effectively sent out to all membership, and wherever necessary, we have taken detailed discussions also on those aspects. And we do capacity building activities heavily on with the target of membership development. And we do monthly bilateral sessions. We will share this information. Recently, we have had many ambassadors and high commissioners in the country, representing various other countries, visiting our office for bilateral discussions. And we do technology transfer overseas with overseas countries. So far, we have paid attention on post-harvest technology, green tea manufacturing, and ceramic technology, etc. And as you are aware, we are doing certification on commercial documentation. Certificates of origin is the key document that you will see. There are a lot of exporters coming into chamber requesting certificates of origin, and that is issued by us. And we do commercial invoices certification, measurement certificates, quality certificates, and visa recommendations also for member companies. And we do lobbying in the government also for policy making. Basically, we are involved in policy advocacy and SME development programs that we run. There are a lot of services that we extend to our regions, or rather out of Colombo, out of Western Province. We do a lot of services, a lot of capacity building work targeting SMEs. And at the same time, we take specialized activities proposed by membership also. And these are the standing committees that we are working on, which means we are a very general chamber. We support almost all the business sectors. As you see here, agriculture, banking, ceramics, dairy and livestock, employment, training, education, engineering, exporters, importers, ICT, ports and shipping, plantation, you name it. We generally support almost all the business sectors listed here, which means we do not have a specific attention on one sector only. We are doing, we cover all these sectors. We have one chairman coming from each of this sector and sitting in the council, looking after that particular sector. That is the structure of council, that apart from the office bearers, we have a chairman for each of these sector to basically look after that particular sector, the development and whatever the problems that they are facing as a sector. And just to mention bilateral activities for your information, we have recently touched Kuwait Chamber. We have signed MOUs. Adana Chamber. This is in Turkey. We have had Japanese Business Forum, that was online event, and we have had very close interactions with Oman Chamber. His Excellency Amir Ajwal had been very helpful for us in establishing contacts. We were expecting him here today. In fact, Excellency Amir Ajwal did a lot of work to get this interaction between the Sri Lankan business community and the Oman business community. In fact, we had a physical delegation even during the COVID time. Personally, physically coming here for meetings, and we had over 100 of there are about 18 almost 18 delegates came down from Oman, and then we had over 100 business leaders from Sri Lanka meeting here in this facility. And so we have had similar interactions with other in many chambers in Turkey as well. So we had a business delegation, especially flying down from Turkey. From Hungary. I'm sorry. So that was beginning of this year. That's a very special delegation came in where we hosted them at one of the five-star hotels in Colombo, and then the foreign minister also from Hungary came down especially for this, and we have had a lot of business interaction down there. You see the business community gathered to meet them. And very recently we had Bangladesh Foreign Service officials visiting National Chamber, and we had a South Indian delegation coming here, physically being present and being interacting with our membership. This is some photos of Sri Lanka Oman Business Forum that we conducted here. B2B meetings we had online beforehand the physical meeting, and we had over 17 business delegates came down from Oman, where we had a lot of business interaction. These are just two photos about National Business Excellence Awards, and we do conduct entrepreneurship awards also for Western Province targeting SMEs. Basically, we are paying a lot of attention for SMEs in basically developing their business capacities. This is in very brief about National Chamber. We would like to open the floor. So we would like to open the floor for introduction of ambassador designates, high commissioner designates. So there will be if a mic is available, please, if you would like to say a few words to the business gathering about your destination and anything we advise, we welcome you for that.
Good afternoon. My name is Jay Prasad. I'm President of the UAE. It's my first assignment. I was in Dubai and Abu Dhabi working in this common sector, so my mission is to rejuvenate Sri Lanka during the time of crisis. I think as Indians have done in UAE, they have built a massive Indian business community in UAE. So my vision is to build such Sri Lankan business community in UAE. Without that, it's very difficult for us to plan ourselves and get the nation plan and nation that we require. So in this endeavor, I think if anyone who wishes to connect and enter the market and register companies and so on. So I haven't started to work this yet. So once I go to UAE and get system of all the business councils and supported even by the UAE embassy in Abu Dhabi and council level in Dubai, etc. So I'm hoping to create a very efficient, investor-friendly environment for Sri Lankans. That's the way forward. We comment as well. Then we want me on a personal level. So while we build Sri Lankan business in UAE, Also, my vision is to bring a large number of investors to UAE or expat investors to Sri Lanka to work with oil of your companies. My last assignment was with Saudi Arabia. I tried to volunteers which just came and signed up with Port City. I was in that global talent pool, I was one of the vertical CEOs. So I just experienced one big investment to Sri Lanka. So it's possible. I think my thinking is in Sri Lankan basis, maybe a bigger problem it appear in terms of trade deficit, but in the global context, it's not a big problem. We can put a large sufficient number of investors together and bring right investment and so on. So I just want to, I'm very humbled that we here. Thank you very much. I wish that we work together very closely and obviously rebuild our economy and take our country to other levels. So thank you very much.
Just adding on to the UAE chambers of federation has already expressed their willingness to sign an MOU for trade and investment development. With National Chamber, this is actually coming to foreign ministry. So we are supposed to work on that as well in the near future.
Good afternoon, Secretary General, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marshall Sekar. I am the Ambassador Discipline of Sri Lankan France. I have previously served as Sri Lanka's ambassador to the Republic of Korea as well as High Commissioner of Sri Lankan United Kingdom. We are, of course, this is not the first time that I'm visiting the National Chamber of Commerce. We've worked very closely with the ACC and the membership of the ACC, as well as the other chambers as well. So in my new assignment, where trade as well as investment will take will be a priority. I hope to be connected, not just myself, my team. We also have a commercial counselor at Sri Lankan Missions in Paris to be very well connected with the chambers so that we can assist in whatever way we can in terms of promoting exports as well as other business connections. So I will be very interested to find out from you whether you can maybe particular areas that you would require the assistance of the Sri Lankan Embassy in Paris, so that I can also focus on these areas and take on the partnership. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Secretary General and members of the National Chambers. My name is Varuni Kumara. I'm the Ambassador Designate to Germany. I look forward to working with you more closely. Because as you know, Germany is a destination, large destination for Sri Lankan exports, and also Germany has a very vibrant SME sector, and the focus of the government is to develop the SME sector, especially at this critical juncture of our economy. Therefore, I would like to listen to your views and your suggestions on how to create more creative pages with German companies, especially SMEs. I was told that yesterday you had an interaction with the commercial attaché and the Berlin embassy. And I hope to have many more interactions with your members once I go to Berlin and when we go. Unfortunately, today I have been a little bit early another meeting at the ministry at 3 o'clock. But I'll be behind some of my business cards. But anytime you can contact me, and if there's any need, I can have a separate meeting also with interested members. And once again, I believe that we can have productive exchange of ideas and proposals, and I look forward to be guided and be assisted by the board. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Sri I'm from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I have been nominated to Sri Lankan Ambassador in Ethiopia. This is my first posting as the ambassador, but I believe there are ongoing interactions, particularly with Ethiopia. There are investments. Several Sri Lankan companies have established their contact and business with Ethiopia. I believe it will be an opportunity for us to work together, improve our relations, especially trade relations, and also there is investment protection agreement in the pipeline. I believe there will be a possibility to finalize that agreement. Initiative has been taken in 2021. It will be finalized most probably coming year, so it will be an opportunity for Sri Lankan business entity to start their business in Ethiopia. And also there are potential for our trade, enhance our trade with Ethiopia. So I will be working with you very closely, and also business chambers in Ethiopia. There is a business chamber, my understanding, in Ethiopian business chamber. So we don't have a formal relations or interaction with Ethiopia, so Ethiopian chamber. So I believe that it will be an opportunity for us to establish formal relations. Once the formal relations are established, it will be helpful for us to enhance our relations. That's all. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Benjamin Bandar, President Director General of the SARC Division, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I was in Sydney and Cyprus as a Consul General before. This time I designated as an ambassador to Israel. Therefore, I would like to meet the friends from the business community who are involved in the business with Israel. I think according to the numbers, we are in the 20th place in Israel. When we check with the exports, therefore, this is one of the best destinations we can develop for the Sri Lankan business, linked with the Israel business. Therefore, I would like to meet the people. If you have any connection or the business with Israel, please communicate with us. And also, we would like to anyone to establish business link with your partners in the Israel, as well as how we can develop the other avenues also. Second matter, I would like to highlight, all the business people in the South Asia region, we facilitated them for the SARC visa. Unfortunately, we stopped that one due to various reasons. I would like to do assurance, I think within 1 or 2 months, we can reissue the visas for the genuine business community with the police clearance from the police department. Now we are making arrangement for that one. We are done the communication with the SARC Secretariat and other relevant parties. I hope for the genuine business people can visit again under the SARC visa, and we would like to facilitate those things for our business community. Thank you.
Good afternoon to you all. I am Priyanika Vijayamurthy, currently working as the Director General Consular Affairs. We are closely working with the National Chamber of Commerce in signing trade documents. So I am designated ambassador to Jordan. So once I received, I am trying to connect you all with the Jordan Chamber of Commerce because according to the available information, Jordan is a good tea exporter. So we have Jordan was the 40th export destination of Sri Lanka in 2021. So since there is a Syrian conflict, as you all know, in the region, so the earlier Syrian government has a big market for Sri Lanka tea. Now it has converted to other regional Middle East countries. So Jordan has been used as the transit point for Sri Lanka tea to be distributed to other countries. So therefore, I request you all to contact us any time to convey to disseminate any information with regard to trade and tariff information or any other trade trends. So at the same time, there are some pending trade agreement, so that we are trying to expedite all the agreements in order to enhance bilateral relation with among the both countries. So looking forward to see you all. So thank you so much. There are this currently working as consular, which is Sri Lankan and English mission, and the related to Bahrain. When we see the Bahrain place and as possible in different place, I think we can do much more if we come together with the Chamber of Commerce, and other institutions. I think there is a lot of potential to Sri Lankan products to enter the Bahrain market. I think maybe some other restrictions also there are barriers to enter the Bahrain market. But I think it is because the market is a small market. But I think there are people who can afford high-end products. And I think Sri Lanka's advantage is to see the quantity, but the quality and the brand that needs to be exported to the doors of the Bahrain market. So I would like to give any assistance you need from our end. And I came through the embassies and the there are several restrictions coming in 2023. And we will communicate about those exhibitions to the National Chamber of Commerce. And we are ready to help you and assist you in your participation in those exhibitions. And also, we would like to have a very close collaboration and regular contacts to know your necessities. We have to mind.
Can be. Icon. She's checking it.
Is Mr. Sandhi still online? Mr. Sandhi Samarasinghe is Consul General Melbourne. Actually, he's online right now. I don't know whether he can hear us. Can you? Maybe we can connect him later on. Yeah, we can go.
I think in the interest of time, we would like to invite we would like to invite the audience to maybe raise some comment questions. objective of the exercise is going to be to clarify certain maybe basic questions that the exporters are going to have. We have been doing similar kind of work with the recent past Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and Bangladesh. Earlier we synchronized as we found Turkey, Oman, India, Nepal, UAE, and Pakistan. Then the objective here is that for us to get maybe the regions also involved in the exercise, I have personally visited the regional agency, Jaffna, Colorado, Cable, Kumandala, and the about 25 tables over there in the last maybe 1.5 years. So getting this network connected, as well as specifically the most important element that we have identified in the with Turkey during the COVID time was to establish a relationship here because there's excellencies over there. And through them, we found it's very much advantage for us to reach to business tables over different countries. In the third, in fact, to have some international business councils. Only in most of the countries we have our own business councils. Sri Lankan Business Council, maybe when you look at it, Turkey, where we started this particular exercise, the Turkey Business Council as well. Then this knowledge transfer, as far as the business is concerned, is going to be extremely important. I need to mention the fact that we started this exercise here in the last year with this exercise in Hassan, when we announced the result over there. That's how I got into this particular model of moving forward. Then we had the interactions with Ankara, Jerusalem, Adana, and other cities. That has been very, very successful. Whenever we have this kind of interactions, we need to have the foreign ministry and the trade ministry, EDB, and the BOI line also for us to facilitate it. So maybe, yeah, I think for this exercise, the audience.
Mr. Sanghi, floor is over to you.
Thank you, everyone. Distinguished guests, excellencies, and ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to join you all and say a few words. As the Consul General designate to Melbourne, Victoria, it's a pleasure to join you all and look at the areas that we can work on, especially the Chamber of Commerce in Victoria. And we have been having dialogue with the respective officials, and they want to work with the NCC in Sri Lanka, and of course, build bridges and start bringing investments to Sri Lanka. So that's where we stand, and we are planning to have a investor forum in Melbourne, Australia next year. And potential investors, Australian investors, they want to come to Sri Lanka and invest in, especially in renewable energy. And we are talking to them right now. So, and then into in biodiversity, and then so into ecotourism. So there are a few people who are interested. So when things generate and materialize, of course, we will have dialogue with you all, definitely, and work through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and of course, especially through Canberra, the High Commissioner designate, and then we will start doing some positive work, because Honorable President has sent me here to get foreign direct investments to Sri Lanka, and I'll be doing the work for him and the country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to open the floor for very brief questions. Please identify yourself, and then the crowd is more, please. Yeah.
for giving us this opportunity to meet with the excellencies and the madams who are going to represent Sri Lanka in the international arena. And I'm Lakmal Fernando. I'm the Renewable Energy Council Chairman of the National Chamber. And very interesting, I saw the gentleman from Australia. He spoke about the energy sector. So I thought that we should discuss this at length, probably not now, but I will give you a heads up on what kind of things that we can look at when we are speaking about renewable energy and knowledge sharing with the respective countries, other than the conventional exports what we have been doing from Sri Lanka. We have seen, particularly Middle East and from the areas that you have been designated, the Middle East is the hot peak, but I would say that we can do everything immediately, UAE and Bahrain, most likely. Ethiopia have the chances of extinct because they have massive hydro resources and energy prices are very low. In Middle Eastern sector, we will definitely have high potential because renewable energy, when you say renewable energy, we have seen how the hydro sector developed and moved into Africa and started bringing in foreign currency to Sri Lanka. So similar thing can be, replicated for solar and wind. So that's the area that I would request all of you to look at. See, check the potential and link us up with the necessary parties in the respective countries, particularly from Bahrain and UAE. I will link myself with you all. And there is immense potential. Now, UAE has just opened up for renewable energy, and they have basically curtailing their fossil fuel-based energy resources. They're moving into renewable energy. This is the ideal time for us to establish. So give some extra weight on these lines, and I'm sure this is going to be a something very similar to our garment exports. What we are doing right now, it can be a very high revenue stream for this country. So think in that line, and please connect with us. We have to do it now. This is the time that Sri Lanka needs a lot of foreign currency, and this can be an additional way of we can make foreign currency much needed for the deficit, as you said. Thank you.
Hello, I'm from the IoT industry, from the electrical group, of course, you all know Sitalepa. What we want to do is exactly what the gentleman was saying. We should attract foreigners to this country, tourism. So we have medical tourism, which we have not touched in our country. So a lot of people do after COVID decided in that is booming. So I would like our designated ambassadors, please look into that side as well, because this medical tourism is, there's no limit and there's no seasons. So they can come any time of the year, and we are there to cater. There are many already leaders in the industry. So I would like you to please, this is a fast track we can do. Of course, European countries are much rarity. As I was saying about the Middle East countries, we can focus very well. They have a lot of problems. They come in during a certain period. They do stay for 2-3 weeks in Sri Lanka, medical plus tourism. So we do have open this. Please look into that. I mean, of course, Director has products as well. I don't want to go through a lot. But medical tourism is the number one we are looking at right now. Thank you very much.
Good evening, all the excellencies and the Chamber of Commerce. My name is Louis Background. Regardless of my personal business, I also represent as the president of the National Chamber of Commerce Youth Forum. and with the support from the executive committee and the board. Of course, there's a new project that is coming in, which is from Sri Lanka. It has been evolving all the time. We are planning to push it through from the quarter of next year with several taglines attached to it. There's already a website up and running, which National Chambers has invested heavily. It's called from srilanka.com. There is also action plans on that. So once we start initiating our activities, we are requesting humbly for all of your support for us to get all the inquiries and services required for our exporters, local manufacturer exporters in that case, this website. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Kumar Ratna. I think most of you know me. I was former Director General of the used to meet you all at different levels. Of course, now I am in the private sector. I'm the Managing Director of Sicily Trading Company Limited. It's belongs to Sicily Group. And I first of all, I congratulate all of you. And you have a very daunting task now, because now the country needs exports. Export is the sustainable way of addressing the current issue in the country. And exports will, together with investment, as many of you mentioned. And we are a trading company, and we are trying to help the SME sector producers and probably who wants to enter the market. And most of them are actually not at the moment. Their market adaptation is very poor. Therefore, we are trying to help them. And while we are, of course, engaging in trade activity, we are working with many of you on the SME. Therefore, what we expect probably from you, most of you some may have commercial officers. Otherwise, some of the business may not. Right. But only thing is probably if you can look for kind of an active engagement with the buyers based in your country. As you mentioned, the trade chambers located there, the business council located there could be a channel of getting there. And fix some maybe at least Zoom meeting or maybe WhatsApp contacts, at least to interact with them on a regular basis. That is how we can really develop those markets, particularly niche market for our products. And the other point I would like to mention is, that it happens, like sometimes without knowing, without knowledge, it happens. Sometimes when we have existing buyers of Sri Lankan products, when we have that person in our database, we will give that importers or the traders name to many of the Sri Lankan friends. What will happen is, if the party is very good with us, of course, in Sri Lanka, he may not go for other suppliers, otherwise we will be making a competing environment ourselves. That means the buyer is introduced many of Sri Lankan suppliers. Then the suppliers competing each other, then at the end, probably we will be losing somewhere. And this is something that you manage the database to be careful. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your excellencies and the Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Deepak, for arranging these things for us and giving an opportunity for us to briefly address you. My name is Anjana Margarita. I'm promoting my brand. My brand name is given by Dr. Arizin Abudu, which is mentioned in his articles. One of the best names called Barbados. It has a Sri Lankan name, Sri Lankan pride within. The Sri Lankan meaning has like Bhagya Astana, the land has. So we are trying to go as much as we can on a value-added products, not just staying the bulk and just shipping. So we would like to work with all the embassies, especially in the Middle East market in UAE, and also Israel especially. While we're promoting our brand, we would, it is very difficult because region to region, country to country, there are colors and the consumer reply, is different. No matter how hard we design it to Dubai, that may not work in Israel. So it has to come with Israel, labeling and all. Now, once we get the product, our brand, and the technical forms, and the labeling in English structure, we want your end to help us to get the labeling done and put on the local regulation. Let's say it might be the local consumer authority, their normal compliances are there in different countries. So to comply with that local authorities and get the local labeling done for us. Otherwise, we have to go through the so many layers. So the final business becomes like we are losing a lot of profit. That means we are losing dollars, which is coming to the. So I kindly request that if we come online or whatever the channels that you are giving us to communicate with you all, to open that source or desk for us to work and connect. Now, once there are time that also. You may talk in Israel and we are in Sri Lanka. There's a different time there. Yeah, all the countries because they have a different time there. So we have to wait. All the rest of the Sri Lankan states will have to wait in order to communicate you. So if there is some sort of a mechanism or a pointed commercial stuff, because it doesn't handle the old things, that will help us to move forward and solve our problem and get into these local markets. So that's all my request. Thank you for all. Thank you. I think somebody will give an answer for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, maybe before any exercise to this particular issue, we have observed during the last few years that different, not only different regions, but even within the same country, different regions, we have different trade regulations. And unfortunately, this is evolving. You have one regulation today, after you come up with another regulation. As I look into this issue, what we have suggested, not only we have suggested that externalities and consumer officers have suggested is that they will upload the most recent changes into the community's website or their own website for us to have some interaction, and otherwise we can really inquire about it. That is extremely important because there are certain regulations. If you are not going to fulfill, even you sometimes exported the goods, they are not going to get we encountered in populations like that. In of that also one thing. Then there again, maybe in a country, you can find sometimes in another country, maybe different chambers existing rural locality as well. And then the Sri Lankan Business Council sometimes have their interactions also with them. So all these interactions are going to be extremely important. We'll try our best to mediate. Basically, this is very important before you export to need to have that particular knowledge. There's destination that you are going to reach. From that destination, what are the rules and regulations, as well as the feedback that you can get from the embassies in those countries is going to be extremely important.
Good afternoon, yes, I would like to bring this forum into another aspect of what things that we can expect from the embassies. In fact, I was number 2 in the German mission one long year back in 1989 to 94. And then I had the experience of working with one of the very famous known ambassadors, Mrs. Manil Abhishekar, whom you all know. She was my mentor to start. And then I was working with
Mr. Kamaya Surya, who came as ambassador. When Mr. Kamaya Surya came, he was having to see dilapidated embassy with a city which was torn and in shambles. And he, the first thing he asked me to do is to get that city replaced. Of course, the foreign ministry couldn't help. And what I did was, I went to the market, the supermarkets with my wife, chose some fabrics, and tried to, and it was very difficult for us to get it tailored. It was so expensive, the foreign ministry could afford. And then we stitched it ourselves. And the following day, when he came, he asked me, who did it? How did he do it? I said, it was my doing. I did it myself. So this, I just want to tell you this one, because these are things that were existing in those days. And another thing, when he came to the embassy, there was one typewriter which was having only 1.5 pages memory. And the secretary had to work with that typewriter with the ambassador. The secretary was upstairs on another floor. The ambassador brings her down, gets her type, go back and type it again, corrections, type it again, like that. When Pandya came, he said, no, this won't do. And he got his friend, informatics, Mr. Vikram Singh, to help him to get this typewriter, get computer. Yeah, I think Germany was the first one of the ambassadors, embassies which got the computers into the embassies. He got several computers from informatics as a donation, and he said, Mr. Vikram Singh sent some person to train the people for computers. That's what we did there. And also, I was ambassador in Abu Dhabi, not so long ago, about 10 years or more back. And when you think of Abu Dhabi, they always say Dubai, Dubai, house place. But that's what we were saying. But now it's not like that. In UAE, we have 300 or more quantity surveys. There's a very strong community of quantity surveys. That's the type of skills that we have to send abroad. If you want to get some money, go into the country. Now, these are my experiences I had, and I just shared it with you. Again, I think, if I remember correct, you are going to Bahrain, right? Bahrain, ambassador, your predecessor was my second secretary in Abu Dhabi. And she was a very efficient lady, I should say, very efficient lady, and she did a lot. And she was responsible for taking Madam Chandrika Bandaranaike to the tomb of the ruler. Now, no lady was allowed to go to the ruler's tomb, but she moved every stone possible and got the protocol to help the president to go and visit the tomb when the ruler died, ruler's funeral. So these are experiences that ambassadors would have to face in embassies. So this is what I hold my experiences that I would like to tell you. Thank you.
My name is Professor Anand Javan, Chairman of the Commercial Bank, former Vice Chancellor of the University of Moratuva, as well as a member of the University Grants Commission. Of course, from the point of view of the banking industry, of course, we all would like your visitors and business designate to enhance the confidence of the country. And so that's really facilitate all the banking facilities, trade facilities, financial transactions. So basically, it's a confidence building exercise that we need to do. If you talk about the education wise, I think in addition to trade and exports, we really need to look at the long term. And Sri Lanka, to be a knowledge economy, we need to really enhance our research and development, collaborations with international universities, particularly countries like Germany, very powerful industrial collaborations, and technologies supporting the knowledge economy quite a lot, which is something that we don't have. Germany has been supporting quite a lot in the past as well, but German investment is not here right at the moment. But if you could indicate Germany, even Israel, very powerful in research and development, and Melbourne also connect with several universities. One, research and development, collaborations, funding opportunities, communicate, facilitate collaborations with Sri Lankan higher education institutions and their universities. And technology transfer is, I think, very, very important. And particularly to empower our SMEs, if you could identify that this technology transfer is actually possible. And we certainly support through the University Grants Commission and also through the universities and that we long-term investment program as well. So my first request is basically to facilitate these kind of partnerships, collaborations, funding opportunities for our higher education to research and development and transfer commercializations with our SMEs. Thank you.
I would like to mention a few words about one meeting regarding the wellness tourism. I think like in Israel, there are plenty of people with special needs and aged people. You can organize some package with Sri Lankan tourism for the such people because they are going for the other destination during their vacation with the Sri Lankan, we are calling Sri Lankan aids for the nursing assistant. Therefore, if you can take around 4,500 Sri Lankan ladies are working in those houses. If you can get at least 1,000 for yearly basis with the special package, I would like to ask that people to create one special package for the foreign people who are with the special need and the aged people.
Thank you. I think I need to respond to my chairman and my co-chairman. Otherwise, not doing justice for this request also. I think, Professor, maybe one of the ways for us to reach to them is going to be through the university having some kind of collaboration with the universities itself, and be facilitated by the Ministry of the Education Ministry as well. Otherwise, it's going to be maybe that reach out is not going to be there. It's going to be a gap that really need to be done. And I know that you are a member of the National Science Foundation also. That also the other way of getting them involved in this. Specifically, our observation is that in most of the universities, of course in UK and Australia, but even in Germany, we have a lot of our professors sitting down there. I think we need to get them connected. This suggestion we made at the time when we had some discussion with the foreign ministry, where now there can be sometimes certain issues with the commercial officers. I don't think we have very similar staff there. Sometimes due to the issues with the resources and the financial resources, there can be certain amount of certain amount of reduction in the staff. That's why we suggested that we need to get into the chambers, through the chambers, maybe discuss councils. I think moving forward through a foreign ministry, we are trying to have not really diaspora, but we use some other because overseas Sri Lankan platform is going to be developed, which is very strong. and it will be the traditional section will be developed directly under the president's office. So that I think that's the way for us to reach out to them and to have that particular interaction. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pratna Jimal, representing the Power Solution and Soil Engineering. I have three things to raise here as a young generation in this industry. Actually, we are from power and energy industry. So one thing is, as I said, now we are exporting our goods to Australia. Then we learn few things. One thing is the maintaining international standards. It's a challenge and it's common to everyone who are exporting their products. So there can be many differences and many updates regarding this international standards. So actually we need some kind of platform that we can continuously learn about these standards and regulations. With the new technology, I think it can be done. Another thing is, there are many market opportunities, but we need some kind of network or a channel that continuously we can learn about the new market opportunities, and based on that need, actually we can do our research and development work to come up with new products. So we have that capacity, I know it, when we are working in this industry. And my kind request is, please build a network or a channel that we can directly communicate with you and learn the things from you, and also share our knowledge with you, and learning the international market and new opportunities, getting involved with international trading exhibitions like that. So then that will be a good opportunity to all of us to represent the Sri Lanka in the international global level. Thank you so much.
I just want to, in response to some of the issues that were raised, with regard to R&D collaboration with universities, I think that's a very important point, and that came up with what was also said about capacity constraints in missions, staff shortages, and of course the difficulties that the government has faced in terms of having to cut corners, so to speak. But this is definitely something that the missions have continuously been trying to forge collaborations, and that will continue to be done. But the foreign minister also had a vision, and I just want to share basically with you a vision of having a kind of an informal broad network of professionals who are overseas, who can sort of also supplement the energy and the mandate of the missions in bringing about different, like for example, from university professionals, scientists, other categories, people with credentials, people on the Sri Lankan persons of Sri Lankan. So hopefully that will also help supplement this process. So this idea is there with you. Other point about the Overseas Sri Lankan office, which is the vision of the president, that is also based on the way I understand. It's not a politically, it's not a reach out to the diaspora from a political perspective. There will be some political rationalization behind it, because we need to have reconciliation and bring closure and have communication between different ethnicities. But the overall objective is, as you rightly pointed out, sir, is prosperity. I think to connect overseas Sri Lankans. That's exactly why we will not be called diaspora, all overseas Sri Lankans to connect overseas Sri Lankans so that they all come together in one platform in a sort of a not distinguished around political ethnic from other categories and try to contribute to the prosperity of the country. So here I think there are ideas around will also be very helpful. I think in terms of the country that I'm going to, France, of course, apart from what wellness tourism, medical tourism, which the brothers was talking about, it's also there's a huge diaspora. So I think there's also potential for export products from SMEs to the ethnic supermarkets. Those possibilities are also there. So I wanted to just share these thoughts with you.
And Madam, France, of course, is another country in which we can really collaborate for R&D. I think professors of those universities, Sri Lankans and here are trying to do very much and they are supportive. But one thing that we can actually, the diplomatic community can facilitate is we have had an enormous issue of entering into agreements and MOUs and things like that with those countries. And the Sri Lankan government through that, there was an enormous red tapes that you need to get the approval from Foreign Ministry, the Parliament, and the Finance Ministry, all it took more than a year sometimes, and then the collaborations that you are planning to start, you cannot be able to proceed with the collaborations. And I have heard that some people are saying Sri Lanka is the last country which we will try to collaborate with the universities because it takes such a long time to establish these collaborations. But now, after enormous efforts, things are better now. From the diplomatic community and the foreign ministry officials, if you could really facilitate, then we have a conducive ecosystem so that it encourages the university academics to enter into these contacts. My first request is to address such kind of bottlenecks.
You are quite right on that. I think there are lots of, this is actually a matter to be handled by the ministry, as you said. There are lots of MOUs, agreements with universities that have been pending for a while, for quite some time. I think now there is action going on under the foreign ministry to fast and clear backlog without some of these MOUs. And there may also be a certain amount of waiting because we go through a lot of many layers of vetting processes. Even I myself have felt I have seen very there are draft agreements coming from very prestigious universities, and even I myself have wondered why it's taking such a long time because it's going to so many places in terms of vetting. So that's a matter that can be actually resolved to the ministry and now maybe also can do that.
Good afternoon. I'm Prabhat, Vice Chairman of Activate here. We are predominantly active-based research company, which we have launched to one revolutionary product is recently, which is the sparkling Titul Pani, which is already being exported to 6 countries within a short span of 1 year, which is available already Australia, New Zealand, England, Canada, South Korea, and Cuba. But one of the main problems we are facing, and even with because even though we produce this, not especially this is one of our tasks. Our main area is our main concentration is on agri-based research. So, in the process of agri-based research, we find it really difficult to access into databases. We have to depend on, like, for example, we depend on a Singaporean-based company, which is timely and costly for certain databases. I mean, for us to understand it easier, I will just bring up one example, which is the fast developing vegan meat industry. Vegan meat industry is developing really fast. Recently, I visited Singapore and tested some of the products like the vegan pork, vegan chicken, vegan beef, all this, even the look and feel is perfect. The taste is absolutely on the dot. So
as per our current research, we have found that most of this vegan meat consists of jackfruit, which we don't have any data to access or we none of the jackfruit exporters, I don't know whether they know this, because the importers would buy jackfruit at a very low price and they would value it, 15, 20 times and sell this vegan meat. Like, for example, a kilo of vegan pork would cost about 10,000 rupees in Sri Lanka, which we can't afford it. So, but unfortunately, we could be supplying the raw materials to them. The main reason is we have very little access to data. We have very little access to nutrients. Even why we develop the sparkling kitchen toddy, it's not a traditional toddy. It's because of the current trend of the low alcoholic ready to drinks. That's the reason we are successful in countries like Australia and England, because it's a very low alcoholic RTD, ready to drink. That's why it's fast move. But in order to get the data and get access to documentation, we had to spend enormous amount of time and an enormous amount of money. So if embassies, your excellencies could support the local SMEs with access to data and details and trend changes, that would be really helpful. So this is our request. Thank you.
Maybe if EDD can reach out to some of these databases on behalf of the business community, might be one of the solutions. I'm not very sure the capacity of EDD, but sometimes similar institutions are replicated throughout the world. When it comes to these matters, sometimes they look at slightly differently than commercial people trying to get into the databases. Would like to see whether it is possible. We'll see whether it is possible. We will communicate to the EDB. Normally, for this kind of forum, we used to invite EDB also. Unfortunately, the lack of time and lack of space and a lot of other issues, including getting down here. So we communicate, communicate to EDB and see what we can do, and we'll do some kind of meeting.
Do we have any more questions or any statements? Okay.
Small thing. I want to request from you to work on. We have been discussing about the South Asian grid to connect Sri Lanka to India. And India, we have other countries like Maldives, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Thailand. There are 7 countries that we were planning to connect. But there was something that the discussion that took place a couple of weeks ago in India. They are going to a security conference, and we realized that right now, what is happening in this context is India is kind of doing bilateral trade agreements with all the countries. But what I have brought up at this particular forum was to open this to a multilateral trade agreements instead of bilateral trade agreements, because you see, if I can buy, we have a problem in Sri Lanka for energy. Yesterday, North unit plant has been shut down because we don't have coal. They say it's for maintenance, but the internal information says that it's lack of availability of raw material. So in this kind of situation, if we are connected, if the country is connected in multilateral agreement terms, we can buy energy from Bhutan at their cheap price, because they are producing colossal amount of renewable energy, and there are other countries also. And this methodology must be changed in order for us to do that. Even if we have a connection between Sri Lanka and India, even if the grid is connected, we will not get any benefit, because if India is going to manipulate this, pardon me for saying that, and behave like the energy leader in the region. Of course, they are the leader because they are the largest consumer of energy, 1.425 billion population. we can't. This is a fact. But we will have to open it up for multilateral trade agreements instead of bilateral trade agreements. That's something that we must do. Probably Winston, I don't know whether it's been discussed at that level, but this must be done because this came up all of a sudden from somewhere, and it hit my mind, okay, this cannot be done. If you are going to be doing energy trading, then we have 200 megawatts, 400 gigawatts of energy potential in Sri Lanka. We have harnessed only, say, less than 1.4 gigawatts. So we are looking at a renewable energy exportation economy very quickly because there are other foreign parties who are interested in investing in Sri Lanka for energy exportation. For us to be successful as an energy exportation country, these agreements must be properly planned. So I think from the planning division, you can take this up. Probably one area that you can take it up would be the Winston. And because all these countries are there in that forum, and they are aware of it. So please try to do that because before we link up to a giant country like India, we should have our documentation perfect. Thank you.
Was in the in-state energy plan.
Energy plan was there.
No, we conducted several meetings in also. I think it's on the plan from they have agreed for the certain conditions from Thailand, Myanmar, and other than the South region.
Right now, what they do is India buy energy from that and they sell it to Bangladesh. Right, so Bhutan cannot sell directly to Bangladesh. So they are doing a trading operation. So every country wherever the India is linked, they are doing bilateral trade agreements.
Okay.
And they are selling it to the buying it from the cheaper place and selling it to the place where you need energy now. Bangladesh is going to be, they're having a lot of problems already, 12 of the small gas. And in another 5 years' time, the gas reserves are going to be finished. The 95% gas dependent country. So what is going to happen in 5 years?
No, you may kindly communicate with our economic because we see there are people who are looking at the in-state plan. Like kindly communicate with our economic.
If you can just link me up with the economic.
Yeah. I used to participate with one meeting.
Actually, I was
Ladies and gentlemen, we assume no more questions and statements at the moment. And we just would like to inform you and stress the fact that, we are continuously as the National Chamber is in touch with commercial officers operating in all these missions, and so as the ambassadors as well wherever necessary. So within this week, we managed to connect up with Germany, the commercial officer operating there, to connect up some of the potential exporters, and to Maldives as well as to Qatar. So we continuously do that. So your requirement would be very specific, could be specific country, specific market, it could be a specific product. We can discuss, we can connect you up with the relevant parties on the other side. So we have to get connected with National Chamber. We will make sure that you are connected to the rest of the destinations. And at the same time, with the permission of the Foreign Ministry, we will share the contact details of the ambassadors and high commissioners who are already here, ladies and gentlemen, and then you may be able to contact them directly, but you can contact through National Chamber as well. Yes. Yeah, I would like to, before concluding the event, I would like to invite Madam Vijayanti Edrisinghe, Director General, Policy Planning, Research and Human Resource Development. She was the person who was instrumental in organizing this event for the National Chamber. Thank you very much, Madam. And then I would like to invite you to speak a few words as
Thank you, Mr. Mandru Disanayake, Secretary to the CEO of the National Chamber of Commerce. I take this opportunity to thank you, President Mr. Nandika Buddhipala and the Senior Deputy President Mr. Buddhipala Minister and Mr. Mandru. Actually, meeting very short notice. Last Friday, I think we connected with them, and it's like great opportunity to our newly appointed ambassadors and high commissioners to engage with this business crowd. We know that the last weekend we were in the Jaffna, we had a field visit. We realized how SMEs work hard. Hardly, getting to the export products to market. So they actually, know that they are effort that they are taking without proper technology, without proper resources, but they are doing great job. We have visited some Salmanga productions and handloom as well as horticulture institutions that small area that they have developed to export their items to foreign countries. So we physically visited those spaces and got idea that area that we have to help them. So and also that your connections to these excellencies will be the main area that we can improve our investment export. That is the main request today in the country. So overcome this economic crisis, it will be a good opportunity and face those challenges. I think I don't want to continue since I'm almost now 1.5 minutes. We'll conclude before concluding the session. On behalf of the Foreign Secretary and the delegation, I take this opportunity. Thank you all you, and please keep in contact with these excellencies. We will share their contact details. If necessary, you can contact anytime through chamber or the director of Foreign Ministry Economic Affairs Division. Get any information, get any help. Connect with the Sri Lankan Missions Overseas. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
Thank you, madam. And we would like to actually hand over some token of appreciations. I would like to invite the President of the National Chamber, Mr. Nandika Buddhipala, to hand over a token of appreciation to Ms. Vijayanti, Director General, Policy Planning, Research and Human Resource Development, for recognizing the support of Chamber. And I'd like to invite Mr. Nelson, Senior Deputy President of the National Chamber, to hand over your token of appreciation, and then he'll be handing over your appreciation tokens to ambassadors and commissioners.
ladies and gentlemen, the floor is open for everybody. And at the same time, please enjoy your tea and refreshments. Thank you.